Okay, so I will be doing a couple part eyeshadow collection and declutter videos. Yeah. I've just had an epiphany. I'm tired of having, I'm fixing my sleeves. Tired of having too many palettes. I don't like it. And I like to have a smaller number, if that makes any sense. So, let's begin. This will be quick. I'm going to be filming this in sections, okay? And by the time you've seen this, the palettes will have been gone and given away or sold. Get out there. Go on. It's okay. So I do have some, let's go ahead and get my singles out the way. I am going to let all my ColourPop singles go. I got a box on the floor. So these are going to go, you know, because a lot of these I haven't used in over a year. So there's no need for me to keep them. That's going to go. That's all my singles. Besides the ColourPop pressed glitters, I am going to keep these because I really do like these. And I have used those quite a bit. Also, I'm going to keep this empty magnetic palette just because. Alright. So I have the Makeup Revolution, The Lion King. I'm actually going to let this go. I have no interest in it anymore. I think when I was buying palettes, as my husband was saying, I was buying them because it's like, ooh, the happy feel of buying them. And then when I got them, I'm like, meh. So we're only going to keep the ones that speak to the heart, you know. And I'm not saying you have to declutter your collection. No, you don't. I just had I kind of broken myself out of that consumer, like, buy. Gotta have, you know. So this is me feeling a little bit more freer in a sense of way of my palettes, you know. So I'll still have weekly palette recaps and shop my stashes, you know. That's because that's mainly what my channel is, realistically, you know. So I do have two hard candy palettes. I have the Greek Tragedy. I've never used this, so that will be going. Fix them in the box so they sit in there right. And the other one is Future Visions. I didn't like this one when I used it, so that's also why the other one's going too. The pigmentation wasn't there, and it was really hard to work with, and I did not like it. So one of the things staying is the Give Me Glow Bad Witch Club. This is a gorgeous palette and it's definitely staying in my collection. She doesn't get used as often because I can't see it in my collection because there's too many. It's overwhelming right now and I don't like it. Now that's not to say that I won't buy one, like maybe one or two throughout the year, but right now I don't have an interest in buying palettes. I want to use what I have because I already have all the colors, the shimmers, the mattes, the pastels, darks, lights. You get my drift. So I have the iHeart Revolution Watermelon palette. This is gonna go too. It just doesn't have my heart, but it is a good palette. There is Moonspell Volume 2 from Lunar Beauty. Absolutely keeping this. This is a love. I'm hoping with doing this that I will hit more pans and palettes. Actual pans, you know. Besides the ones that come broken. That doesn't count, okay? So we have the Simpsons Revolution Treehouse of Horror. Listen, if you have been with me for a minute, you know, this is a love. I love this palette. So this is going nowhere. Absolutely love it. I'm making a stack of keep. Then we have the J-Cat Viva La Fiesta. This will be going as well. I just can't. The shimmers are beautiful, but like I'm not drawn to it like I was when I bought it on sale. I have Kaleidos Club Nebula Keeping, obviously. That's a love too. And then I have the Jurassic World times Profusion. I am definitely keeping this as well. Also, it has some nice pressed glitters in it too. I love this palette, so for the keep. I didn't just buy it because of looks. Bought it because I love dinosaurs and I like Profusion, and that's a good palette. Have the Tarte Be a Mermaid palette. I'm actually going to throw this away. It doesn't perform like it used to, and I've had this for more than 3 years. Hey, quit. So yeah, that's a trash one. That's been heckin' loved, but she is the trash. Have the Thor Love and Thunder from Ulta Beauty. I'm not gonna miss this one, so that's gonna go too. I have ColourPop times Barbie. This one can also go. Okay, we have Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. I love-hate relationship. Going to let that go as well, because I only want to keep things that I really, really love. We have the Jackie Aina from ABH. I can let that go too. Realistically, I haven't used it in over a year. I have the Prism from ABH. That's gonna go in the trash. It does not work like it used to, so I don't want to give that to somebody with a formula and not being like how it was. You can tell when your eyeshadow palettes go bad. Let me just keep the ones I'm throwing away right in front of me so I don't remember. Or so I do remember to throw them in the trash. We have Violet Sunset. I'm also going to give this away. It's not calling to me. And again, I was in like consumers, and I was in like, gotta have this one, like I have it all. I don't feel that way no more. Not even in the slightest. So we have Charlotte Tilbury Starry Eyes to Hypnotize. It's actually a pretty good palette. And I'm gonna keep this one because I do like this. Very nice. I just haven't grabbed for it for a while because, you know, copious amounts of things here. I have the Lime Crying Venus 2 palette. Also gonna let that go. I don't use it. And then we have the Tribe by Juvia's palette here. I am gonna keep this one. Definitely keeping that one. KKW Beauty, this is a camo palette. Hey, quit. They got the zoomies. Come on. Let me see. I'm gonna keep this one too, because I really did like the quality in this one, so that's a keeper. KK keeping. And then, oh, we have some Jeffree Star. We have Blood Sugar. Definitely keeping. I really like my Jeffree Star palettes. We have Jawbreaker. This will never go anywhere because my husband bought this for me and I really like it, and this is what started my Jeffree Star love affair for his makeup. Keeping. Have Blue Blood. Keeping. Look at that variety in the Blue Blood though. That's amazing. Have Pink Religion. Haven't used that one for a minute either. Also another good palette. Thirsty. This one was a hard one to get a hold of. Keeping. Just know I will be keeping all my J-Star palettes. It's a must. We have this Melt palette, Mariposas. Keeping. Barely touched. We have Guardian of Juvia's. Oh, that's another good one. I really like the shimmers and stuff in this one. Keeping. We have Gimme Glow Pastel Dreams. Keeping. I used this so much last year. Definitely staying. Then I have Lime Crime Greatest Hits Bangers. This one I can also let go. Does not call to me. I'm about to get another box. We have the Revolution, The School for Good and Evil. It's Better Being Bad palette. I did watch the movie for this though. I loved it. I bought it for the packaging too, so my heart is telling me to let it go. So it's going. Also, I think it was on sale too when I bought it. I'm not for sure. The JSC Conspiracy palette. Now this took me 20 years to get my hands on. And I overpaid by 20 bucks. But I'm definitely keeping. I have the Beauty Killer 2. Keeping. Blood Money. I think you just saw me use this last week. Keeping. He did great with that one. We have Banana Fetish. Keeping. Barely used. Profusion Rituals palette here. This one I can let go. For sure. That's what happens when you get caught up in like consumerism. You could just get too much stuff. And it happens quicker when you think. So we have the Michaela Glam Light palette. First one. Keeping. And the Michaela Part 2. Also keeping. Look at those shimmers. It's gorgeous. Glam Light Donut palette. I will be letting that one go. It served its purpose. The Mini Simpsons Revolution thing. I will let that go. KVD. This is the 10th anniversary palette. I really love this palette, so it will be staying. Urban Decay Naked West. Also staying. Oh, we have another Thor Love and Thunder palettes. Never touched, so these are going to be going as well. We have Celestial Storm from Dominic Cosmetics. I'm not a fan of her brand, so I'm going to let this go. And I even rebought it to see if I had bought a bad one. No, it's not a good formula. I don't like it. Now, you might like it, but I don't. We have the Glam Light Frosted Flakes. I will be keeping this. I like it. TARDIS Pro Remix. I'm gonna let this one go too. We have the XS Revolution, the Matrix palette. A definite keep. I love it. Ooh, we're making ground, guys. We have the Too Faced 2 Femme palette. Gonna let that one go. It's okay, but it's not good, you know? Stuff smells good though. We have I Heart Revolution Fruity Pebbles. Also gonna let that go. Now you might think I'm nuts, but I'm not. It was clarity, I think, I guess you would say. I don't know. We have Pure Tiny Raw Beauty Christy. Definitely keeping this, because I really like that one. We have Supreme Bronze Artist Couture. This one can go. We have Spanglish from LMR. I've never used this, so this can go. We have Makeup Revolution Soap X Extra Spice. That one can go. Subculture. This is actually not working. The formula doesn't work as well as it used to, so I'm just gonna throw this one away. It's done. It's lived its lifespan. We have Riviera from ABH. Also gonna let that go. It's more of a garbage. It's lived its lifespan too. We have Beauty Killer. Keeping. And the Androgyny. Also keeping. Go ahead and show you the ones I have currently out, which is Her Beauty Gemstone, keeping. Weirdo palette, keeping. Patrick Star One Size Visionary, keeping. We have Morph Live with Love, keeping. ABH Nervina Volume 2, keeping. Alright. Oh, let's see if I can pull these out without dropping and breaking stuff. Okay. So there's the Alien, keeping. That was a hard one to get hold of too. Prick palette. My cats have chewed on that, it looks like. Keeping as well. Tinkerbell from ColourPop. I'm actually gonna let that go. We have Mini Controversy. This is the one with the green shade, keeping. Mini Jawbreaker, keeping. We have Mini O, keeping. Star Ranch, keep. This is the Mini Blood Sugar, keep. The original Mini Controversy, keep. We have the newer KVD palette. Keep for now. And we have the Big O Jeffree Star palette, keep. And the Star Wedding palette, keep. Okay, so I'm gonna put some things away and come back with more. All right, so section 2, which is all 4 sections combined into one. Let's go through these palettes. So we have the Juvia's Walhalla palette here. I'll let this one go because I realistically would be keeping it for just this shade right here. And I just don't want to keep it for like the one shade. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd only be keeping it for the one shade. And I have this kind of transition shade, purple to green, in like a lot of palettes, so. Bye, bye, bye. All right, we have the Zodiac love signs here. Let's look at the inside. I will actually keep this one because I do really like it. Cats are jumping. I gotta be careful. I don't want them to knock over my stacks of palettes. So we have the Tati Beauty palette. Long gone and discontinued. I will keep this one because I do like it. And the pressed glitters are nice too. So can't go wrong with that. Ooh, they still feel good. Look at that one. I went from not liking pressed glitters to liking pressed glitters. So we have Beauty Bay Sunset Horizons. Love it. Keeping. Now you're probably asking yourselves, are you gonna buy new palettes this year? I don't think so. I don't think so though. I might not. Maybe a couple more face products here and there, but not really. Slimming down. I'm still not a minimalist makeup collection, but it will be smaller than what it has been for a while. Like I said, caught up in my consumerism. No more, I shall say, no more. So if you really like watching the weekly palette recaps with the looks and shop my stashes, this is your channel. Okay, so we have Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. Gorgeous. Keeping. Probably end up keeping all, it's not probably, I will keep all my Beauty Bay palettes because I love them. We have Beauty Bay Age of Opulence. Also keeping. We have New Mood from Beauty Bay. Look at that gorgeous girl. That's a newer palette to my collection. I got it towards the end of the year. We have Dark Fantasy. Keep. We have Kylie. This is our 21st birthday palette. I can actually let this one go. I was only keeping it because it was Kylie, but I don't really need it, so it's gone. We have, oh, wrong stack. We have Sample Beauty Equalizer Volume 2. This is going absolutely nowhere. I love this one. We have Kimchi. So there's 2 Queens and 1 Desert. I will let this one go. I don't need it. I haven't used it since I used it the first time. If you're wondering why I keep going like this, I'm just putting them in the decluttered box as I go. So you have Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette. I'm gonna let this go too. I have not used this in like over a year, so gone. We have Sample Beauty Plush palette. Keeping. I love this palette. We have the Dose by Juvia's. You know, I can let this one go too. I have not used that in eons. Gone. And we have the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. I will be keeping this one. I do enjoy it. I have Morph Sour Patch Kids. I will be keeping this one. We're on to my Natasha Denona stack. So we have the Zendo. Definitely a keeper. We have Bronze. Definitely keep. Then there's the Love palette. A definite keep. Pastel. Keep. We have the Tropic, also a keep. We have Tresloose, the I Am palette. I can let that one go too. We have Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. I bought this and still have yet to use it, so that can go. Come on, hey, get out the box. Come on, out the box. Cats are still trying to get in the box, you know, as cats do. We have ColourPop on the list. I can find a new home. Gone. We have Star Wars ColourPop. Trying to decide. Keep or not to keep. I'll keep this one. I like it. We have More Times Maddie 2 Changement palette. I like this and I will keep. We have Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream. A definite keep. Here she is on the inside. We have Beauty Bay Love Notes. We'll definitely keep. LA Girl Main Stage. I can let this go. I'm not a big fan of the mattes in here, but the shimmers are great. I don't want to keep it just for the shimmers. We have More Times Ashley Strong palette. We'll keep this one. We have Violet Voss Sugar Crystals. I will definitely keep this, I think. No, I'll let this one go. I don't need it. Gone. We have Elf Retro Paradise. We can let this one go too. I was only keeping it for this one shade, and I haven't used it for over a year. Elf Times Jade Kissa. I actually like this palette, so I'm gonna keep this one. Dominique Cosmetic Rustic Glam. I don't like this palette. I'm gonna let it go. I just don't like her formula. Her formula is not for me. I have Huda Beauty Naughty. That will be staying. Mercury Retrograde, Huda Beauty. Oh. Also staying. Rose Quartz from Huda Beauty. Staying. I can let the Morph Sour Patch Kids go. I don't need that one either. Okay, got a Melt stack. We have Melt, Mary Jane. I can let it go. I have better formulas. Gemini 2. I'm actually gonna... This shade just keeps getting weird and I don't trust it on my eyes, so I'm just gonna toss this palette and not repurchase. And then we have Gemini palette. Gemini palette, all the goods, definitely keep. We have the 420 from Melt. A definite keep. We have Marat from Melt. Definite keep. And then we have Vita. A most definite keep. And then we have Exotic Peacock from Pinky Rose. I'll let that go. Don't need that. Candy Skies Morally. I don't need this one either, so I'm gonna let it go. I also have Nudie Patootie from Morally. I don't need it. I'm letting it go. This is a pretty brutal declutter, guys. So, 2 more line crimes. I have Prelude Chroma. Keeping. I love that. Then there's Prelude Exposed. Keep. ColourPop. ColourPop Gather Round Sisters. I definitely keep. Love it. Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet. Also a keep. Hocus Pocus 2. This is All Hallows Eve. Definitely a keep. I love that palette. Kaleidos Flower Punk. Keeping. I do like it. Urban Decay Born to Run. I will keep this one. Melt Radioactive. I will let this one go. Melt Impulsive. Keep. Pinky Rose Obsessed. Can let that go. More of Times Like These Charms. I bought it. I kind of liked it, but I haven't used it, so let it go. We have Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels, Mel Thompson collab. Keeping. Thought I had a couple more Natasha Denona. We have the Circo Loco. Definite keep. We have Trio Chrome. Definite keep. So Ace Butte Oceanic palette. Definite keep. Look at that. That's beautiful. We have Wet n Wild SpongeBob Nautical Nonsense. We'll let that go as well. Wet n Wild Ohana. I have not used this at all. Apparently I'm not interested, so I'll let that go. Now remember, I was just buying things to buy things at this point in time. So that's why we're doing a cleanse. And I'm excited for this cleanse. We have Sample Beauty, The Equalizer Volume 1. Definitely keeping. I really like the Sample Beauty ones. Speaking of Sample Beauty, here's another one. We have Sample Beauty, the Jewel Tone palette. Keeping. There is Spellbook from Curse Cosmetics. This is an okay brand, but it's not okay enough for me to keep, so I'm gonna let it go. LA Girl Festy Bestie. Same thing with the last one, I'm gonna let it go. The mattes are okay, shimmer's good. Send it to a new home. Have the Tartelette Full Bloom. Keeping. We have Tie-Dye from Hank and Henry. Gorgeous, all matte. Keeping. Cremated from Jeffree Star. Keeping. We have the 90s Remix Dance Palette. Keeping. We have Violet Voss Pro hashtag palette. I will let this one go. Not interested. Oh my gosh, I'm doing so good, I feel. Ugh. Okay. Let's go. I have a lot of big ColourPop palettes. So we have the Play It Jewel palette. I will keep this one. Harry Potter Hogwarts. Keeping. ColourPop It's a Mood. Keeping. ColourPop So Jaded. I looked forever for this one. Keeping. ColourPop Rock Candy. I can let this go. This isn't a must use all the time. And I'm out of that collection phase. ColourPop You're Golden. I don't want this one either, so let it go. ColourPop Smoke and Roses. I'm gonna let that one go too. Bare Necessities. That can go. ColourPop It's All Good. It can go as well. ColourPop Stone Cold Fox. This can go as well. ColourPop Gone Matte. This can go too. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Got a whole nother stack. Can't believe I've been hoarding all these. It's nuts. Okay, so we have BH Cosmetics BFF, Alejandra, and Elsie. Keeping. I absolutely love this. ColourPop Fade Into Hue. I'm finally gonna let this one go. Sample Beauty, the Paradigm Shift palette. Keeping. Try to show you the inside. Definitely keeping that though. Glamlight Ice Cream palette. Keeping. Glamlight Cake palette. I'm gonna let this one go. Don't need it no more. Here's the original Zodiac palette. We'll be keeping. Gimme Glow Summer Vibes. I will be keeping. Makeup Revolution The Simpsons. I will let that go. Not interested anymore. Profusion Time Mean Girls. Gonna let that go. BH Cosmetics Crystal Zodiac. I'm gonna let this one go too. I was not a fan of this one. I like the other two, I just didn't like this one. We have Made by Mitchell, Feet on the Ground. Keeping. We have Made by Mitchell, Head in the Clouds. Keeping. We have KVD Fetish palette. This one's so old, I'm actually going to throw this one away. Keep in my throwaway pile, away from my keep and get rid of. We have Lunar Beauty Moon Spell, Keeping, and then Sample Beauty, the Blooming Lovely palette, Keeping. All right, so give me a second. Let me put all this back up and then we'll get the last of it. Oh gosh, we are going to film the last of my declutter. So this has been a 3-day process, but it's been a very freeing process. So I got a third box to fill up. So let's get to it. All right, so I'll just start with a random stack in front of me because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 stacks left to go through. All right, so we have the XX Revolution Powerpuff Girls palette. Keeping. I really like this palette. And I did not make a spot for me to put Keep in. Let me do that right now. Okay, I've made a keep stack. It's behind me. With the Morph No Silent Night. If you are new here, I have used this quite a bit. And this is a definite keep. I do have a lot of more. And I am going to let some Morph go. So we have the 35A Up Till Dawn palette here. Another definite keep. This is a gorgeous color combination. I do have both the Jaclyn Hill palettes, and I will be keeping both of these. I have the original. My husband got this for me. So she goes nowhere. Stays put. And then volume 2. Here it is. Also goes nowhere. You can see. We have 35S Sweet Oasis. I really like this one too, so this also goes nowhere. We have the Mickey and Friends to Be Bold palette. Decisions. I can let this one go. Ooh, first decluttered palette. Listen, letting some of my Morph palettes go, that's going to be a little difficult, just a little bit. I have the Morph Times Cyan Fierce Fairy Tale, which looks like this. And I've used this a couple times. And I can say that I can let this go, and this was definitely not a need like I thought it was when I first bought it. There's Beauty Babe Midnight. This is a definite keeper. I absolutely love this thing. Beauty Bay Earthy palette. Another definite keeper. Love it as well. Ace Butte Floral Vintage. The last time I used this, I wasn't happy with it, so I'm just gonna let this one go. She's gone. We have 35C Everyday Chick from Morph. And I can let this one go as well. It doesn't call to me like it did before, and I need to get a drink of coffee. When I'm done, I'll count how many I've decluttered and versus how much I've kept. And then next year, maybe my palette collection will have shrunk a little bit more with me getting more use out of what I have. Yeah. So we have the Be Perfect Carnival, the Antidote palette. This goes nowhere as well. I love this. And with me doing this declutter, I'm hoping to give, hey, get out of there. Come on, thank you. give more of these palettes a good love on. Man, my hair is driving me nuts. It's wet. Okay, so we have Juvia's Valhalla 2. Keeping this one. This one does speak to me, and I do like it. We have NYX Ultimate Utopia. This is a definite keeper. This is really good. And I love it. And I recommend it. We have NYX Ultimate Queen. I'm keeping this. This is like a gorgeous neutral palette. It's that brown, orange. It's got kind of like this purple mauve thing here. Oh, look at that gold gray. Oh, yes. Keeping. We have Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit Little Ones. Let me look at the inside of this. I'm gonna keep this. I really like this inside. It calls to me. Okay. Oh gosh. Another big stack. So, I'm gonna have to put some of these on the floor. I have all the ABH Norvina collection. I will not be getting rid of any of them. I love it. It's my favorite ABH formula. So this is volume 1. I have volume 2 currently out, which is staying. So here's volume 1. And I bought these all out of order as well. We have volume 3. Look at that packaging. I use this one quite fairly, so like, looks like one of my shadows, C4 on here, has some usage on it. And there is volume 4. Just a nice pretty pink packaging. Cat hair. How's it even get in there? Anyway, here's the inside of that. And then there is the newest one, which is the volume 6. Because look at that packaging. That is cute, right? I love it. So this is a definite keeper, for sure. And then the last one of that collection is the volume 5. Look at that. Super cute. Gorgeous. And then we have the Juvia's Culture palette. I'm keeping this. I absolutely love this palette. I think I'm doing pretty good. So I have 2 Blends Bunny Cosmetics palette. We have the original blends. I actually kept a all matte palette, so I'm actually gonna declutter this one. It's okay. It's not like the best of the best, gotta have it kind of palette to me. I know a lot of you guys are gonna get so annoyed with me going sorry. So then there's the Blend Bunny Surge palette. And I will actually keep the Surge palette because I like the Surge palette the most out of the 2. Oh, we're back with some more. It's 35T. It's the Sweetest Tea palette. I'm keeping it. She's staying. 35D Desert Bouquet. This is also a definite keeper. Love. And I think one of you guys actually helped me pronounce that, so thank you. We have Nikita times more. Let's see. Oh, this one I can let go for sure. I can let that one go. It's lived its life here. Okay, and then we have Morph Times Lisa Frank. I solely bought this for the alien packaging. And I think I'm gonna let this go. I haven't used this in over a year. I really only bought it for the packaging, so it's gone. Wow, freedom. All right, to the other stack. We have the Profusion Desert Sage palette here. I'm gonna let this one go. She can go. It's very pretty, but it can go. Also, it's really a pain in my arse to store. And then ignore the cat fur. This, I've given up on trying to keep my cat fur off this, but this is the Bloodless palette from Jeffree Star. This definitely stays. It's one of my favorite ones I have of his. I haven't got his new one, the psychedelic one. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I go and purchase that. So we have Glam Light. This is the Painter Pro, right? No, this is the the Paint Palette Pro. Here's the inside. I'm gonna let this go. She's gone. I don't need this. Okay, I got two Makeup Revolutions, the Aussie palettes. We have the Aussie Bat. I will be keeping this. I really like this. And then the Aussie Coffin. And I will be keeping this as well. These are so cute. There's Be Perfect Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. Definite keep. I just used this for a couple months straight. Not consecutively, but I used it. They have Beach Cosmetic Mrs. Claus, Santa's Daughter, is here to slay the list. Here's the outside looks like. And our inside. Keeping. This is another good one. We have Beach Cosmetics Doja Cat Mega Palette. I don't know. I think I'm on the off end of this because I love this palette. I think this is a great palette. I think it's gorgeous. And I thought it was worth the money for me because I will still use this. Okay, then we have the Glam Light Original Paint Palette here. I thought the Painter Pro is smaller than the actual paint palette itself. This is a barely used palette, so I'm just gonna let that go. I bought a lot of Glam Light palettes when they were like on mega sale kind of thing. So, you know. Okay, you're gonna be shocked here with these next Morph palettes, okay? I have the Morph 39A Dare to Create palette. Listen, I really do like this palette, but I only go in for the same couple of shades. So I'm just gonna let this go. It's lived its life here. And I feel like somebody would get more fun out of it than me. We had 39L with the lights. Now this is when I thought I had to have everything. And I literally only used I used the same six shades out of here, so I'm gonna let this one go as well. She's a gorgeous palette though, so whoever gets these, I hope they love them. And then what's this one? This is 39S, Such a Gem palette. Let me open this up. This is like my mega purple palette. I will be keeping this. I love this palette. Then we have the James Charles. You know what? I haven't used this a lot at all since I bought it when it went on sale because they discontinued it. His drama, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to let this go. Somebody else will get fun out of it. And then the last one is Morph Times Pony Constellation Sky palette. I'm keeping this as well because I really like it. Oh, see, gorgeous. Love it. Keeping it. Oh gosh. Now we're on to our small palettes. I like how I say our because you're on this journey with me. Ooh. Okay, so now I just got 1, 2, 3, 4 little containers to go through. And I have these containers packed. Okay. There's so much. I got a hair somewhere. Distraction central here. If you've made it almost all the way through this, thank you. Okay, so let's go. Let's just go ahead and go through it. We have Violet Voss. It's the mini Care Bear palette. You know what? I quite like this little guy, so this will be staying. We have Too Faced. This is Papaya Pop. This is a good one, but I don't use it that often, so I'll let this one go. Popping in the box. Artist Couture, Ethereal Bloom. That one can go. I have another Artist Couture, it's a Caliente. That can go too. I have plenty of palettes where I can get these same shades out of. Artist Couture though, I don't really mesh well with their formula. I have all four of the mini Rebels from Juvia's. We have the Rebel Honey. I will let this one go. We have the Rebel Mints. I can let that one go. The Rebel Grays. I can let that one go as well. And the Rebel Army. I can also let that one go. All four of those are bye-bye. Okay. Wow. I'm doing really good. I'm so proud of me. So I have two Natasha Denona palettes. Little ones, it's Jubilee. And I believe I'm going to keep this one. Then there is Natasha Denona Coral palette. And she's pretty broken right there, but I'm going to keep this one. Even with it being smashed to smithereens on one side. Okay. I have these little mini e.l.f. palettes. I have e.l.f. Mint Melt. This is Akayu Chocolate Mint and Jalapeno. I'm gonna let all four of these little guys go. Gone, 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 gone. Too Faced Major Love palette. I'm actually gonna keep this little guy. I like it. Oh no. Okay, it's still good. I didn't break nothing. Ooh-wee. Too Faced, that's my jam. Keeping. I like this palette too. This is Pat McGrath Eye Ecstasy Sublime. I'm going to keep that. I've been really into these shades. And then Subversive Eye Ecstasy. We'll be keeping this as well. ColourPop Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I will be keeping this one. Really like it. And I have the Alchemist palette here from KVD. This is really old, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna trash this because also it's super powdery and it doesn't work like it used to. So this is trash. I'll put it right there so I don't forget. I was wondering where this other ColourPop Hocus palette went. It's the Witching Hour. Keeping. I have 3 more GBS palettes. We have the Nubian Royal. I'm gonna let this one go. Nubian Glow. I'm gonna let this one go. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna let that one go. And then the Sweet Pinks. I'm gonna keep this one because I really did like this one. This is probably maybe a very good favorite. Oh, when I got a lot more of ColourPop. Here's Sonic Bloom. I can let that one go too. We have Lizzie McGuire, What Dreams Are Made Of. And I can let that one go too. We have ColourPop Lush Life. This one I will keep. Cabana Club by ColourPop. I can let this one go. At Foresight. It's Raw Christy Beauty. I will keep. Even though I have a love-hate relationship with this, I still like it. So Very Lovely. I will let this go. Oh, we have ColourPop Powerpuff Girls. I will let this one go too because I like my XX Revolution one better. We have Shroud times Butte Bean. It's freaking Bats. Definitely keep. Ace Butte Falling For You. I can let this one go as well. I have 2 Odin's Eye palette. We have Solmain 2. This is a definite love and keep. And then the Helia from Odin's Eye. Another definite love and keep. Wow, cleared that one out. Put that container there. That is 2 containers down. Almost done, guys. This is going to be a long video. I'll probably post this before I post. I have 3 more collection videos to do, and then I'm done. So you'll see this one before you see the other 1, 2, 3. So ColourPop Wine and Only, more ColourPop. I'm gonna let this one go. Wild Child from ColourPop. I can let this one go as well. The Mandalorian. Keeping. The Child. Keeping. All Amethyst. ColourPop. I can let this one go. I have kept plenty of purple palettes, so that's not going to be needed. Baroque. Keeping. Morph. Just Say Zen. 9Z. I'm going to keep this one. Morph 9H Hot for Hue. This one I can let go. 9C Color Me Cool Morph. And I can let this one go. Oh. I can let this one go too. The 9Z. Okay. Morph Color Pop Melon Pop 9M. And I can let this one go too. Clearing things out. Okay. Oh, wow. Moving quick. ColourPop Glow Getter. I don't need this. I'll let this go too. ColourPop So Fly. I only like the FYI shade in here, so I'm just going to let this palette go as well. And ColourPop Wannabe. I'll let this one go too. The only reason why I would keep it because the cute little bee theme. That's why you can't buy things in a set based on themes. Okay, so I have three more Beauty Bay palettes. The Dumbo 1941. It's not used, so I will let that go. Alice in Wonderland 1951. I will let that go. The Jungle Book 1967. And I can let that go. That's not used either. Wow, this box is already full. So there is, I have a lot of mini Huda Beauty palettes. So let me get these all out. I have three more. We're at the tail end of all this. Keep this up here. Okay, so I have three 80 palettes from BH Cosmetics. So we have the Totally 2000s collection. So this one is Purple Platforms. I will be keeping this. I'm gonna keep all three. Pink Sunglasses. And Blue Fur. So all three of these cute little guys will be kept. Put them back in this little basket for now. Okay, so we'll have Huda Beauty Wild Jaguar. Keeping. We have Wild Python. A definite keep. And Wild Chameleon. Probably said that wrong. Keeping. Then we have the three Haze palettes. We have Purple Haze. I can let this one go. Sand Haze. I can also let that one go. And Khaki Haze. I like Khaki Haze, so this one will stay. Wow, I broke up the family. I have the 3 pastels. We have Pastel Mint. I will be keeping this one. Pastel Rose. We'll be keeping this one. Pastel Lilac. And we'll be keeping this one. I like the pastel ones. They're my favorites. My ultimate favorite ones is the neon one. So we have Neon Pink. Keeping. It took me forever to hunt these down. There's no way I'm giving these up. Neon Orange. I've had no problems with these on my eyes either. So if you find them, if you like them, if you really want them, go for it. Now I need another plastic tub. Okay. Did I show you the neon green? I think so. And then there's the neon green, just in case. Keeping all 3. Last 2 Hudas, last 2 palettes. Whoa! It's Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions. Keeping. And Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions. Also keeping. So, let me count all these, put all these up, and I'll be right back here with what I kept and what I decluttered. Alright, so I'm back with the numbers. I've tossed 7 in the trash because they're bad. One looked like it had mold on it. That was the Gemini 2 palette from Melt with the mold shade. I don't know. I cleaned up once and it came back in, so it's like not trusting. I did keep 165. My goal was 100, but a lot of the 65 is smaller parts in my big palettes, and I love my big palettes. So next year, the number could change. The number could change, but I did get rid of 114. Not bad. Pretty proud of myself. And I now, with my current collection, I can see everything. It's all out on display. Nothing's hidden in drawers. I love it. That was my goal. I wanted everything to fit on my designated shelf. So, yeah. That's it. I'm pretty happy with myself. Pretty good with how it went. By the time you've seen this, I will have gotten rid of the palettes I've decluttered. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.